Okay, when I introduce you, I'm gonna say, this is a friend of mine. That means you're a connected guy. Now, if I said instead, this is a friend of ours, that would mean you were a made guy. Capiche?
Yeah, friend of mine, friend of ours.
Yeah.
What do I call you, friend of ours? Or...
Keep your fucking mouth shut about me.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of New Bits with Vac and Vinnie. I'm Vinnie Capola.
I'm Greg Vaccarello.
And we're two comedians. We're going to be working out bits with each other. If you are brand new to the podcast, that's what we do. We're just going to come up with new ideas, or we have a new idea for a joke, and we're bouncing back and forth off of each other and try to turn it into a routine that we can bring on.
Yeah. And then hopefully it works.
It works.
And we critique it. And we get to critique it on the podcast after. So it's not just writing the jokes, it's critiquing the bit. How did it go? How did you feel? This is, what a lot of people ask is, how do you get your material? This is one of the ways. You sit, you write with other comics.
The best way, in my opinion, some of my best bits are with comedians that I bounce ideas off of back and forth. Right. That's the concept. If you're brand new to the podcast, if you're a returning listener, thank you so much for giving us another shot. We appreciate it. Today we have a special guest. So let's get him in here. Greg. So here he is, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to introduce comedian Danny Johnson. He's done numerous commercials. He's winner of the Carnival Cruise Line Comedy Challenge, a semifinalist in the Florida's Funniest Comedian Contest, host of Behind the Bar with Danny Johnson, a great podcast you got to check out. And I'm proud to call this man a friend for over 20 years. Danny Johnson, welcome to the podcast.
Look at this. We're doing it. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So you know what we do here, Danny. We working out bits, just a bunch of comedians working out bits. And
new bits.
You're the first guest comedian. And as in with baseball, visitor gets to bat first. or you could pass it to Greg.
No, I'll go. I got a couple different ideas. I have a show tonight too that I'll be able to try these out on. But
will you be willing to bring them back to the show and let us hear them fly or die?
Yeah, I'm gonna record.
Excellent. That's excellent.
I'm gonna record. And for the listeners that don't have comedians as friends, 90% of the crap we write never makes it to the stage. The 10% that does, you kind of hope some of that 10% works, right? So
absolutely.
The ideas that I have today are, I don't know that I'll be able to get them to work.
Right. Well, hopefully Greg and I can punch them up a bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Yeah. So here's this idea stems from I'm a gum chewer. I chew gum all the time, right? Okay. My favorite gum is Trident Original. Right? And that's
great gum.
First of all, that's not even a flavor. You know what I'm saying? It's like they came up with Trident just came up with this gum and they're like, what flavor is it? I'm like, I don't know. We got a crap ton of it. It's originally what we came up with. Why don't we just get it on the shelves and call it original, right? So I remember doing that on a podcast, like saying that line, it got a little bit of a chuckle. So I'm like, I got to make that more of an idea. So I started researching gum, like the history of gum. And believe it or not, it goes as far back as the ancient Mayans. They chewed chicle from a sapodilla tree.
Wow.
And then in America, the history of gum in America, American Indians chewed resin made from sap from a spruce tree, right? Now, here's the most interesting part that I found that I would love to kind of work into that whole line of, look, it's originally what we came up with. We have a lot of it. Let's just put it on the shelf.
Yeah.
In the Aztec culture, for gum, and they used to chew chicle, right? Only kids and single women could chew gum in public. There's a law. And then it says married women and widows could chew gum privately to freshen their breath, and men in secret to clean their teeth. Now, going back to the original, only kids and single women could chew gum in public. And immediately I thought maybe that's why when you see a prostitute portrayed in a movie, they're always chewing gum vigorously on the street. Like, hey, hey,
Yeah.
you know, like, I'm single. Look at me. I'm chewing gum.
It's
right.
Yeah.
But it's not probably not the biggest concern of a John is whether the prostitute is single. You know,
right.
Not rolling up to the lady like, hey, ma'am, I don't mean to seem forward, but I didn't see you were chewing gum. I just wanted to know if you were single. I am single. Do you have gum? Yes. What flavor? Tried an original.
Tried an original.
Right. And she runs off.
So what would her pimp say if he saw her not chewing gum?
Yeah. Why you ain't chewing? Why did I go into that accent? That's so bad.
Dude, I was just gonna do it, and that's because that's what we think of pimps. It's just, yo, bitch, I bought you a pack of gum.
Right. I spent 59 cents on you. The least you could be doing is a little respect.
Yeah.
I'm writing that down.
Back in the day, didn't they have like to let people know that you were in an area where prostitutes are available? It was called what? A red light district?
Right.
Yeah.
That got too It got too I don't know, obvious.
Yeah.
It turned into just chewing gum.
Right. The bubble gum
district on the
district.
corner chewing gum. I bet you she's for sale, man. You know.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good, Vinny.
Yeah.
What if it's just a girl who's not a prostitute and she's chewing gum?
Yeah.
And some guy propositions her.
Yeah.
Well, I don't mean. Then the boyfriend comes in, and I'm like, well, I don't mean to push my Aztec ways on you.
My Aztec ways.
Yeah.
Shit like that is funny.
You go over to your friend's house, and his girlfriend's chewing gum. You're like, whoa, what's happening here?
Right.
Is she trying to tell me something? Yeah.
What kind of floozy you dating?
Yeah. What kind of, or that she's making herself available to you.
They had to talk to you. Why? Your girlfriend made a pass at. What are you talking about? Yeah, she was chewing gum.
Yeah.
Right. Where
Dude,
she got what's that terrible striped gum from when I was a kid?
Fruit stripe.
Yeah, what was that, fruit stripe? So that relationship's gonna last like 5 seconds.
Yeah, 5 seconds. You know what gum lasted even shorter than that? I mean, fruit stripe, that was probably the shortest. I mean, it lasted the shortest time in your mouth of all gums, but even shorter than that. Do you remember Gatorade gum?
Oh yeah.
I love that stuff. But it was like 2 chews and it was gone. It was
right.
You're
but I can almost base the length of the relationship
on chicle after that. You know?
Yeah. But if I see a woman chewing, fruit stripe, I know that relationship is going to be real short.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Danny, oh wait, damn it, I'm trying to write it down as I go. Okay. 2 things. The chicle, that came from a tree?
Yeah, saparilla tree.
Okay, so is that where chiclets got its name?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I don't know, chiclets. Remember that there was that gum that you would bite into it? It was like, it wasn't a long piece, it was almost like a square shape, and it had that liquid in the middle.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it was like Hubba Bubba with the juice in the middle.
Freshen Up.
Yes. That's it. Freshen Up.
Freshen Up.
That's what it was. Freshen Up.
I think it was called Freshen Up.
I can't remember. I don't know if there's a, something you could do with biting into that gum and squirting in your mouth. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's very dirty, but I was just thinking of that gum. What would the head prostitute, the madam? Yeah. Would she be chewing that gum because she was
dating?
I love the idea that I love the fact that you went and you researched this and found out all these things about gum. That's
like
great.
Dating me is like dating Bazooka Joe. You know, I come with jokes.
You come with jokes. Yeah. I think I think I don't know. I do you chew gum on stage?
No, I can't
Okay. Yeah.
like that because I'll do this. I'll you know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I would. I don't know. I guess introduce it. Like I like to chew gum. I found this out about gum. Blah blah blah, and go into that history, and then when it started me thinking, and then I can lead you into the jokes about the prostitutes. Yeah, I think there's something there. I like it, and I love the history of it.
Yeah.
I love jokes like that where you give the audience a little bit of fact and history like that.
And I can even, if I could turn it into a little bit of crowd work, if I so choose, if I see someone chewing, even if it's food, I could, no one knows, right? I just go, "Are you chewing gum, lady? You trying to make a pass at me?
Yeah.
Trying to make a pass at me with your chiclets?
Yeah.
I see right through your fruit stripe, lady."
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. But see, that brings up a whole other a side of that. Did people get confused back in those days? They're at a restaurant and people are eating that gum. Oh, that's a turkey leg. I don't know.
It's a turkey leg. It's not even close to gum.
Right.
They have
exactly.
to,
yeah.
they have to like wait to see what someone's doing with that stuff in their mouth. Like,
Or they swallowed. Okay, it's not.
Dude, what if if it's illegal and they're in prison, they're arrested for chewing gum in public? Yeah, what are you in here for? Manslaughter. What about you? Robbery. What about you? Hubba Bubba on the corner.
Yeah.
Hubba Bubba.
Being a man chewing Hubba Bubba.
Right.
But Danny, why did, in your vast research on this topic, why was it that children and single women could chew gum? Is that what it was?
Only children and single women could chew gum in public. I think it was considered not promiscuous, but improper. So kids could do it, but if you're a single woman, you could do it because you're keeping your breath fresh, looking for that mate.
Oh,
very interesting.
Once you get them, you get a breath.
Right. Once you get them, you get your gingivitis sets in.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm wondering if there's something there too, like about marriage. Like it just goes to prove when you get married, you just don't give a shit anymore.
Right, guys
get fat, women have bad breath. That's just what that's what it was like in the Aztec world.
Yeah.
Fat men and junior women.
Yeah, and then some young Aztec fellows talking to an elder, like, I'm thinking about getting married. I'm like, well, and he goes, well, how do you feel about bad breath? Because your gum chewing days are over.
Your gum chewing days are over. That's great.
Yeah.
Your chickle chewing days are over.
Yeah, your chickle chewing days are over.
Chickle chewing days.
Yeah, chickle chewing is funny.
What about an Aztec counselor back then? A marriage counselor back then. She just doesn't chew gum anymore. She just doesn't chew gum anymore.
Or divorce court, Your Honor. She was chewing gum on the block in public.
There you go, another one. Yeah, yeah.
Dude, I think it would be so hilarious if I videotape this tonight and it's just to 5 minutes of silence, but while I ramble my fat face off about gum.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've been there, brother. I've been there. I've come up with stuff, and me and Greg have talked about this before. We've come up with stuff on a drive, and we get to the club, and I go on stage, and I'm so excited about it. I'm rehearsing it in the room, and then it just sits there, silence, nothing. Yeah.
I'll do it till it dies. I'll do it till it dies a miserable death.
Vinny, you said marriage counselor.
Yeah.
What about a gum counselor? What about somebody who's so addicted to chewing gum, and they get married and they can't quit? I think you can't quit it.
You're married. You're not supposed to be chewing gum. Take it the other way.
I can't help it, man. Yeah. Are there gum dealers on the streets?
Gum dealers. Yeah.
What do you need? What do you you hold it. What do you need? I got chiclets, Hubba Bubba.
Yeah.
Bazooka Joe. I got this. I got that. I got Squirt. No, that gum was called Squirt.
Was it called Squirt?
Squirt.
The one that you would bite into it and the liquid would squirt in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
The
sure
Squirt.
yeah, and then married
what
people.
happens to the people who just can't quit? You know, they get married. You know, and she's married and she can't quit. There's got to be some counseling for that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
What did she do? You know, what did she do to chew gum without her husband finding out about it? He kisses her one night and, hey, your breath smells fresh.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
What have you been doing?
Yeah, he's talking to the counselor like, Doc, she's walking around the house with minty fresh breath 24/7. What do you want me to think?
Wearing that little
She's
skirt.
a tramp. She's a tramp.
Yeah.
She's a tramp. She's all minty and
Obviously.
fresh.
Yeah.
I think there's some, you know, when you have an idea like this, like the gum, it starts out like it starts out so like beautifully simple, and you just keep going with it.
Yeah.
Like the craziness of it, like that, like the marriage counselor, the gum counselor,
Yeah.
a prostitute, you know, all that stuff. But you take that, that's how you make it extreme. Like you write down the idea, and then you make those arrows. Like, okay, all the different things I can do, and you just keep making arrows, and that circle gets big until it's way out here, and now you're talking about an astronaut or something like that. I mean,
absolutely.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's clever.
I'm gonna bring this up on stage, and I don't care. I mean, I'm doing a show tonight, but it's at a little wine bar. It's nothing.
What's the name of the bar? And for
it's a Red's Wine Bar, but it's
Red's Wine Bar.
Oh,
this is gonna go out.
Yeah, it's gonna air after.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, dude, I think there's something there. I like it. I love the fact that you researched it and found out the history of gum.
Yes.
That makes me go.
Did you see? That's what has given us the material to work with. The fact that you researched it.
Yeah, and it makes me
tree.
Yeah, and it makes me go, man. You don't work that hard, you know.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Where the challenge?
Go ahead. Something interesting too, Danny. You mentioned the Aztecs and the Mayans, right?
Yeah.
And both of those societies are basically not. I mean, they're non-existent anymore. They both crumbled. And if you ever watch any of those documentaries, and sometimes I'll catch them on the ship, they rerun these things, and you know, they do those like those drones that go over where they know these cultures lived, and they'll find these different landforms, and they go in and realize that was a building like 1,000 years ago. It was a Mayan building, and they find these whole communities that nobody knew existed because these people died off years ago, and people just forgot about why did they die off. Sometimes they go, we don't know why they died off. There must have been a disease that came in that wiped them out, or something happened to the food source, and these societies that were so dominant died out. And I think it was all because of gum.
Yeah, they
ran out of
Yeah.
You know, if you ever watch,
they ran out of gum.
Yeah, ran out of gum.
They ran out of gum.
Yeah.
Who's married, who's single, who's trying to get laid, who's not.
Yeah.
I mean, they ran out of gum. It's just that simple.
Yeah, I'm surprised when
I think
people.
To me, that kind of stuff is really funny.
Yeah,
and because I just saw one of those documentaries fairly recently about they go in, they dig up this, and they realize there's whole like towns that have been covered in trees and bushes, and just so these people died, and they just died, done. And speculate what happened, was a related event. Was there a tornado, you know, a hurricane, an earthquake? Was it a disease that came in? What was it? And it really, well, now I know it was gum. They just ran out of gum.
Yeah.
They didn't know what to do without the gum.
It's great.
Yeah, walking around chewing on bark. It's like not the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
I'm surprised when we I'm surprised then even today when we find like Aztec and Mayan ruins, there isn't like gum underneath every desk.
Right.
Table.
Yeah.
See, there you go. Like
it was a lot bigger than people think. Gum was a big thing.
I'm making it a big thing. Look at all this chicle under this desk. I'm not buying this.
Yeah. Right. It's great. Chicle. That's funny.
Oh, it's chicle. Come on.
All right. So are we good? I think there's stuff there.
I got one more if we have time.
Yeah. Let's do it.
And I honestly, it is a new bit, but I've done it once. I get the laugh. I only get one laugh. Well, I get a little bit of a chuckle and then a laugh on the punchline, but there has to be more to this. So I go, I'm terrible. As I get older, I'm more and more terrible at people's names. All right. I can't remember. And I think people in general have that problem. You meet somebody 4 seconds later, you have no idea what their name is, right?
Absolutely.
So a friend of mine tells me when you meet somebody, you gotta make up a story in your head about them, tell it to yourself while they're talking to you, and you'll remember. Make it absurd, you know. So I remember, now I know his name. I met this guy, Billy. Today I'm Danny. He goes, hey, I'm Billy. And he starts telling a story that I'm sure was important to him. And so in my head, I'm like, Billy, I can remember that. That's easy. Billy Goat. Billy Goat. He's got a goatee. That's, you know, I can remember Billy Goat has a goatee. That's rather ironic. It's a pretty cool. It's a long goatee. I wonder if he raises goats. That would be tough to raise goats. You have to, I don't even know what to feed them. I don't know what they eat. Batteries, bubble gum, you know, chiclets, whatever. And you can probably, HOA violation. You can't raise goats in a neighborhood like he probably lives in. And, you know, I just go on. And then finally he stops and goes, hey, Danny, what do you think of that? And I'm like, I don't know, Jason, but
I like it.
And boom, that gets a laugh, and then I'm done with it.
Yeah.
I gotta.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
That's funny. I like that. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's
make up
good enough, you know?
Well,
it almost sounds like you got the payoff. And I was just, as you're doing it, I'm listening. Yeah, Billy Goat, goatee thing. Maybe race goats or the HOA could get kind of, and people are wondering what the hell. Now, the only other way you could go with it, I love the fact that you said, gee, I don't know, Jason.
Yeah.
So it didn't even work. But meanwhile, you've got this story. The only thing I could think of is what if you made up a horrible story about the guy? His name was Billy.
Yeah.
He's got a goatee, whatever goatee. He looks like a killer.
Yeah,
actually,
probably,
this guy looks like a killer.
Probably
He's
a couple of
murdered.
misdemeanors under his belt.
You know, like, what if you added something? I mean, I think it's one or the other. Oh no, I don't know. What if you just made this story to where this guy's no good?
Yeah.
You know, totally no good. He's a murderer. He's cheating on his wife. Look at him standing there talking to me like I give a shit. Who
does he think he is?
He's got he's got 4 DUIs. He could have killed someone driving that car. Oh, he cheated on his wife. Oh, his wife is missing. Oh, now that's it. I saw him on Forensic Files. Okay, Go. So what do you think about that? You know what? Fuck you, Jason, and walk away.
Right.
Like, what if you just built up a story about this guy that is so bad that you won't even talk about it. People go, hey, did you meet Billy last night? Piece of shit. I met Jason. Whatever. Even if they
did you meet Billy last night? Oh, Jason? Yeah, I know Jason.
Yeah, I know Jason.
The guy that kills people. Yeah.
Oh, the murderer? He was on Forensics. Like, what? It just turns into where you ruined Billy's life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can kind of get, and I can start getting agitated too. Look, he probably has it looks like he has a 4-year degree. Look at him all pompous telling me the story. Like, who does he think he is? You know what I'm saying?
College boy. Oh,
Mr. Too Good for Me. Look at that. He could put a complete sentence together.
I really think that's really great if you just make up a story and just all those things we just said. He's a murderer, cheated on his wife, Forensic Files. Ooh, I bet he went to college. Look at him in there with his fancy words. Like, you can't even hear what he's saying.
Yeah.
Big 2-syllable words. Who does he think he is?
Right.
He think he's better than me? I don't get that.
Yeah. Someone presses their clothes daily.
Oh yeah, right. Ooh, you could afford a dry clean.
Yeah.
What?
Mr. Big Shot over here with his words.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you just can't stand it. Like, maybe, and ending it with "fuck you, Jason," and walk away.
Yeah.
Well, do you want the job or not, man?
Right. I like it. Just make it absurd, because I can make that bit into a 3, 4, 5-minute bit.
Dude, you could go on about that. That's one of those things where sometimes a crowd almost they love the fact that you're not stopping.
Yeah.
That you, like, a lot of people say you need to laugh every 5 seconds. Or I've seen comics go on stage. I can't think off the top of my head right now, but I've seen comics go on stage and just almost, it's too much, and then and then it just comes back to
Yeah.
hysteria. It comes
Yeah,
because
you start
you're
laughing
still doing
because you're
that.
so committed. Yeah.
You're still committed. That's the thing. You can't break commitment on that.
Mhm.
And if you make it not only bad stuff, but if you just keep going and remember, I remember years and years ago, I never liked the bit, but the crowd loved it. This comic did this bit about his whatever his wife would watch those late night infomercials, and she always bought whatever they were selling,
Right.
and it was a problem. And he went through like what the credit card bill read, and all he did was list, I'm going to say, at least 50 products that come on those late night, the juicer this, the this, the that, the thing, the thing. I can get a hair optimizer, I get a vacuum. And he just went down the list, and it must have been 50 of them. And it was getting laughs, and then it stopped getting laughs, and he kept going, and it started getting laughs again. Like, holy shit, really? Like, it just kept going.
Yeah.
And when he was done, they clapped. And I don't even know if they thought that it was hysterically funny, but they appreciated him doing that whole long.
It was a performance piece. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I think what the key to that will be is too long between telling them their name is Billy and the punchline Jason. They may not remember his name's Billy. So I have to stretch the story long enough, but short, not short, but long enough so that they still remember his name is Billy.
It's smart to use a simple name like that, Billy, too.
Yeah, Billy. I think that's a really good point, and I think something you could do is say Billy in the story a few times.
Right, Mr. Billy with the college degree, William. I bet he goes by William in his official meetings. Look at me, I'm in a meeting, I'm important, I wear a tie, I drive a Chevy Impala.
Yes. Yeah, I drive a Chevy. Things like it doesn't even. I drive a Chevy Impala. Who cares?
Right.
But and then maybe don't do it for a little while. So they've heard Billy now 5 times, so they know it's Billy.
Yeah.
And they go, "Fuck you, Jason."
Right.
Like I actually like the beginning when you said, "Oh Billy Goat." Okay, Billy Goat. Oh, he has a goatee. That's ironic. Billy Goat with a goatee. I wonder if it raises goat. I wonder if Billy raises goats. I'll look at him.
Yeah.
He probably sacrifices goats.
Right. I bet he murders those goats. You know what I could also do, I think, now that I think about it, is subtly pick on people in the crowd. Well, let's just say there's somebody with the Florida Gator shirt in the front row. I can go, look at Billy there with his Florida Gator shirt. I'm so much better than you, or something silly, and hopefully they don't take offense or whatever. But I may be stretching it.
But that's a good idea to help you if you can't remember everything.
Right.
Like if you have a list and you go, oh shit, I know I forgot the next few things. You could look and say, oh, look at Billy with his Florida Gator shirt. Who's he think he? It might just spark something, or somebody with a drink. Ooh, he's got an imported beer. Look at him with his imported beer. What, you can't drink Miller?
Right.
I think that's a good idea, Dave, to have that in your back pocket just in case, especially you forget.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I want to tie it into, these are great ideas. I want to tie it into a thought I had. I have a certain subconscious disdain for people who have names of people that I hated when I was a kid. You know what I mean? So I automatically, when one of my best friends' name is Frank, but I was bullied by a guy named Frank. And so whenever someone, hey, do you want to meet that guy? I go, what's his name? Frank. I'm like,
yeah.
Jerk.
Yeah. I have a couple associations like that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but I think I think tonight I'll make it a point to do both the name and, how nervous I get doing new material like this, but the gum thing too. And I'll let you guys know how it goes, but such great ideas. And another reason, any comedians listening out there, you should be partnering with other comics to
absolutely. It's
so
really...
yeah, exactly. I mean, like you said earlier, 90% of this might not work, but that 10% that works, you keep doing that. At the end of a year, you may have 30 minutes you never had before.
Absolutely.
And it's always nice as a comic. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I know, like with me, there are certain bits I always do, and I've been doing, and I know they work, and people like them, and I'll do them. But if I don't get something in there, that's somewhat new just to stay sane.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
It keeps
Yeah.
you fresh as a performer and as a writer. Keeps you a little fresh. Like now that's on your mind. You're a little bit. You're gonna go up tonight. You're gonna be just a little bit like
Yeah.
on your
And it's
toes a
exciting.
little bit. Yeah, it's
Yeah, a little,
exciting.
And
you got
it's
a little pep
exciting.
in your step.
Yeah.
A little pep in your step. You know.
Yeah.
And you always have that surefire bit right behind it.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. You sandwich it in. You
Yeah.
sandwich it in.
Yeah.
Right? Laugh,
Yeah.
laugh, laugh. New bit. Keep your fingers crossed. New bit. Laugh, laugh, laugh.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, part of what we do to grow is this. We have to do it.
Yeah.
I wish the audience understood the growing pains part of it, because they're just in there. It's a free show. They're like, this guy's struggling.
Yeah.
And they're not wrong.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
But I got to get it out. I got to do it over and over until it becomes really funny. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, something very important I want anybody watching to know is I do have my podcast microphone.
Yeah.
You just can't see it because I got yours. But my pickup desk is all the show.
Yeah. Are you on the ship right now, Greg?
yeah, he's on a ship. He said,
Oh, he's on a ship. Okay. Yeah.
What's that?
I was asking if you were on a ship right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That explains because you're is it happening to you over there too, Danny? Or are you hearing?
yeah, he's cutting out a little bit, but not
Cutting
too
out a little
much.
bit. Yeah. Oh, those ships. Okay.
I love how spoiled we are. We complain the technology we have today. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It took me 30 seconds to log on from the ocean.
Right.
30 seconds. I know. It's crazy. It's crazy.
He's in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the ocean on a ship, and he's lagging a little bit. We're like, Jesus Christ.
People
Yeah,
come
right.
on, man. People have to let's just cut him out of the whole podcast.
Right.
Maybe we need to jiggle the wire that we have connected to the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I should go out and do it. Jiggle it. There we go.
Put some tinfoil on the satellite.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think there's some stuff there, Danny.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me go on a little longer.
No, absolutely. If you wanna bring both back to the show, if you want to bring one back to the show, we'd love to see it fly or die, because that's the concept of this thing that Greg and I are doing.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to the next one, we usually flip a coin. It's our little gimmick. Greg, heads or tails?
And I have to trust Vinny. Tails.
Tails again. It's heads this time.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go. Hit it, man.
Okay, we're gonna have to take a break here in a minute.
All right.
Let's just actually, why don't we do that? Why don't we take a break,
Okay.
and then we'll go right into my stuff.
Okay,
Right.
cool.
Okay, is that cool?
Yeah.
All right, guys. See you in a second.
All right.
And we're back. And it's my turn. So here we go. Oh, this is one of these ideas that started off as a thought that I had. You go through life and you just come up with this thought, and it's just a funny premise, or it's a funny observation, or maybe it's not. But to me at the moment, it was a very funny observation about myself. And I started going, oh man, that might be a bit. So, you think about it through the day. So I actually sat down with this one and just started writing things that just came to my head. So what you guys are going to hear is just a series of lines about the premise. And if it's not funny, you guys are going to have to tell me. But to me, it just seems like it might be funny. Okay, here we go. All right. I have a love-hate relationship with being a dad. It's a job, of course, I never thought I'd love as much as I do, but I also hate it, for the same reasons everyone hates a job. No sleep, it's work, you have to be present, you have to put in effort, diapers. How many jobs have we had that we just wind up hating because of diapers? Diapers just can ruin a job. But there's another side of this job I hate. And it's the part that keeps me up at night sometimes. And it's how much of a dick I have to be to my kids. It's horrible. I take a step back and I look at how I treat them, and I feel like a dick. I've never treated anybody like I treat my kids. I'm a generally nice guy. People generally like me, But my kids, how can they not think I'm a dick? I mean, for instance, talk about the 4 and the 5-year-old. They're jumping from couch to couch. They're playing a chasing game on the couch. I can see they're having a good time. They're laughing their asses off. They're having a blast. Of course, it's a blast. I used to jump on a couch. I used to jump back and forth on the couch. I can see that it's fun, you know. But you know what I can also see? I can also see them misjudging one of the jumps and cracking their heads on the coffee table. So now I got to be a dick, you know. And it starts off relatively tame, you know. Okay, guys, that's enough. That's enough. But it always evolves into me yelling like a dick, and then taking away toys, and then putting them to their, you know, sending them to their bedroom, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, taking away toys, and you know, and people say, well, you're being a dad. You're protecting them. They don't know I'm being a dad and protecting them. They just think I'm being a dick. How can they must go through life going, we can't do anything in this house. You know, our whole lives are a series of things we can't do, you know. And then the other side of that is, well, they're just kids. Let kids be kids. Really? Well, where do you draw the line on that? When there's water coming out of the AC vent because they're shoving paper towels in the toilet and flushing, and now the bathroom is covered in 3 inches of water. I'm not supposed to be a dick when that happens. You know, I don't want to be that guy. I hear myself correcting these kids sometimes, and I think you're restricting their lives because you're a dick. It's just that type of stuff.
Yeah, no, that's really good.
I mean, you know, it's all about restricting their fun. It's like they're having this blast. They're having this blast, and I got to come in, and I'm torn because I don't want them to not have fun. I want them to have fun because it makes my heart smile when they have fun. But sometimes that fun's dangerous. It's got to end, and I got to be a dick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What does your wife do? Is she ever? Does she ever say, stop jumping on the couch, that's enough? Or does she leave that to you? Are you the disciplinarian?
Oh, of course. Well, I'm the heavy hand, you know, and that's another thing that I didn't mention in here is I don't want to be the guy that spanks the kids, you know. I don't want to, we have decided that we don't want to hit the kids, even though I don't disagree with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got spanked twice. Just twice. That's all it had to happen was twice in my life. And I said, okay, I'm gonna share. Once when I think I was 5, and the other one was when I guess I was 13. And yeah, that, you know.
Dude, you should say
okay.
Once when I was
Go
Go ahead, Greg.
I was just saying, I totally understand you don't want to do this. Because I think some people don't give a shit. They just don't, they did not care. It was stop doing that now. And that was the end of it. But to your point about maybe your wife doesn't want to be the one to do that, and she really wants you to be the one, but then don't spank them like
that. Yeah.
Like you have to ask your wife for, can I stop them? Can I yell? What? It's fun. All he knew was having fun was making too much noise. And it had to stop now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so, I missed a little bit of that because your sound cut out a little bit.
Oh, I know, man. You guys, okay. I'm sorry about that.
That's all right.
Like your dad never cared about stopping you from having fun. All he knew was you were making too much noise, and he's trying to take a nap, right?
Yeah.
Stop it, because it was not about you or your growth or your childhood. It was about your dad needing some peace and goddamn quiet.
Yeah.
And so that's the way it was in my house.
Yeah.
We had to stop.
Yeah.
You stop.
That's
and
interesting.
I'm wondering, so you're kind of torn between, now you get your dad.
Oh.
Now I get it. Now I get it. And now I'm on his side. I'm going to call, Dad, I'm so sorry for jumping on the couch. What are you talking about? Oh, you remember you yelled at us? Nah, he just didn't even give a shit.
Right.
But for you, that was a big memory. But then your point about, I don't know if there's anything there. Your point about you got spanked twice. And
that's just backstory for you guys. Yeah. But you think that
twice.
Yeah.
Not because your dad changed his mind and didn't want to spank you anymore, it's because those 2 times were enough.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like then it just became a look. And you know, after that look, if you didn't stop, here comes the hand.
Yeah.
It worked.
See, but that's the interesting thing about that is when my dad was yelling and all that stuff, I remember going, yeah, well, you know, I kind of deserve that, you know. Oh yeah, I was acting like an idiot. Okay, I was, you know, blah 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 blah. But these kids, they just look at me like, really, we can't put paper towels in the toilet and flush it? And
Yeah, they look at
plug
you
the
like,
bathroom?
who's this guy?
Who is this guy? Who are
Who
you?
is this?
Who
Yeah.
is this guy?
Which is I got
Danny,
this.
Danny, you have a kid. I know, Greg, you raised kids. Do you guys ever feel that way? Do you guys ever feel, God, I'm infringing on their fun? I'm just being a dick. Do you guys ever?
Yeah, and more so their perceived knowledge of life.
Yeah.
Like my son will go, he doesn't drive yet. This was a couple years ago. And he goes, hey, can you take me to the card store? I want to get some football cards. I go, it's 5:00 in the evening. It's going to be heavy traffic. It's going to take us a half hour more than usual.
Oh, shit,
so
yeah.
let's go tomorrow. He goes, there's no traffic at 5:00. I go, yeah, from your vast driving experience in life, Mr. I ride my bicycle around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know better than me. Let's just hop in the car.
Yeah. Right.
But a couple things hit me when you were talking. So, when you said it breaks your heart and they're jumping on the couch, it breaks my heart because I don't want to, you know, I thought you were going to say it breaks my heart because I want to jump on the couch too. But I can't because then all 3 of us or 4 of us will be in trouble. Well, no, whatever.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that I think might be a good line is you get deep into, you know, we didn't want to do the spanking. My wife and I agreed not to do spanking. I've been spanked twice. And once when I was 5, once when I was 27, and both cost me dearly.
Oh man, that's yeah. And then I could, yeah,
because you're alluding to the fact, obviously, you paid someone to spank you, right? So
of course,
once when I was 5, once when I was 27, and both cost me dearly.
Oh, this is great. Now I get my dad because all he wanted was quiet. All 3 of us are in trouble.
Yeah, the kids got me a T-shirt for Father's Day. It says "I stop fun" on the front of it.
A T-shirt.
But you're right. When we were all kids, you know, we're all in the same vicinity of age. We kind of learned by getting hurt. Our parents were like, "You want to jump on a couch? Go ahead. Here's some broken glass below the."
Yeah, I got spanked.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. One second. Okay, I got spanked twice. Talk amongst yourselves. I got spanked twice.
But it is the weird generation where they don't feel like they don't understand. And I even tell my son, like, I'm foreseeing what's going to happen.
Right.
You want to ride your bike, you know, in the middle of a lightning storm, holding a golf club, and you think you're going to be Thor. That's just the move. You know, it's not going to happen. And then my dad would be like, "Go ahead, go.
Yeah.
I'll dial 911 and wait."
Yeah. Go play in that radioactive waste. It's not going to make you a superhero. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Give it a shot. Once when I was 5, once when I was 27, both cost me dearly.
And don't even expand on that. Just let them allude to the fact that you just told them you hired a prostitute.
Right. Both cost me dearly. Yeah. Yeah. We never wanted to be those people. So it's a valid feeling. You guys have felt that before.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the thing is, I don't know if Danny knows, I have 2 stepkids.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's different as a step parent. Like, that's something I actually wrote down as a future thing to talk about. But it's hard as a step parent because I just want to take out the belt and crack them, and I just can't. Just, you know, you just can't. I mean, when they were young, obviously now I'd get it, you know. But so it's a little bit different. But I definitely get your point about you want them to have fun and have a good time, but you know, at the end of that,
yeah,
there's pain coming for them, and it may not. I wonder if it's a thing, Vinny, where okay, your kids jump on a couch, okay, it's noisy. You also don't want them to fall off and crack their head on the coffee table, not because you care about the kids, because now I got to go to the hospital. Now I got to explain what happened. Because you make it all about Vinny.
Now you're in trouble because it's your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I let them jump on the couch. Yeah.
Why would
Now,
you let them
them
do that? Is everything a joke to you, Vinny? Are you always a comedian?
Yeah, no, I got to go to the
like, but then you want to say, my wife told me to let them do whatever they wanted. And they go, what? Don't listen to your wife. You know,
Yeah, right,
now you're in trouble for you because you didn't stop them.
right.
Either way, the dad's screwed. Dad's screwed. That's why our dads just said, I don't give a shit.
So true.
Yeah, that's an embarrassing hospital conversation to have with the doctor when you participate with the kids. Like the doctor's like, "What happened? How did your kid crack his head?" Like, look, doc. First of all, the floor was lava, and we had cushions lined out what I thought was an equal distance apart, but apparently we didn't see the spilled yogurt on the couch. And you're a whole big part of the story. Listen, if my wife comes in, I told him to not jump on the couch.
Right, right. First of all, the floor is lava.
Yeah.
See, I love that, how specific that is, because when you started that, I was going, well, first of all, doc, we're jumping on the couch, but you went more specific. The floor is lava. That's
floor
great.
is lava. We had the cushions out, doors locked, the wife's busy.
The wife's busy.
No dragons in sight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, I love all this. But it's so true what you said about, they get hurt now. I got to get up. I got to put on my pants. I got to take them to the hospital. I got to go in traffic. It's this whole thing. So you know what? I'm going to be a dick.
Right. Right.
It's all because of me that I'm the dick.
Yeah. It's about Vinny. It's about Vinny all the time.
Yes. That's a great point.
That's good.
It's not, you don't even care if they get hurt.
Yeah.
It's,
yeah. Yeah.
I got to put on my pants.
Yeah.
Right.
Love it.
What if you even said something? Now I got to go put on my underwear, put on my pants. Vinny walks around naked. You don't care.
Yeah.
I got to get him in a car. I just cleaned the car. Now they're going to bleed in the car.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Now I got to just clean the car. Okay. Yeah, I remember when I had the thought, I was like, I don't know, that makes me laugh, that I'm being a dick to my kids, and there's got to be something there. And now there's different ways to go. I like it. Okay, cool. Thanks,
part of the reason why you're being a dick is because it's about you.
Yeah.
You don't want to. You want them to have fun, but really, I don't want them to get hurt because I have to get them to the hospital.
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
I gotta explain to my wife what happened, and she's gonna. Weren't you watching them and all that? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't send your kids to the hospital. Your wife comes back and your kids are in the hospital and you're home. Where are the kids? They're in the hospital. How'd they get there? I called them an Uber. Do you mean the ambulance that was outside? That's not an Uber. That's an ambulance.
Uber. I was just gonna say, call them an Uber when you said that. That's great. Ambulance, Uber.
So specific. The game's on, honey. Please.
Just on a side note, what if it was the opposite that happened? I'm in the hospital.
Right.
Well, my wife, what the heck happened? We were jumping on the couch. The floor was lava.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Yeah.
That's a possibility. Go the other way.
Yeah, and you're complaining about who's your oldest? Like, is it
Sonny?
Yeah, Sonny doesn't play fair. He's pushing and shoving on the cushions. He's like, you got my goldfish. I'm like, I don't have his damn goldfish. I can get my own bag of goldfish whenever I want. He shoves me. Next thing you know,
we're back. One thing led to another.
That's great. Sonny doesn't play fair. He wasn't sharing. Yeah. All right. I love it, guys. Thank you so much.
Great.
Now I feel like this is something that I can take on stage. So
yeah, and for all these bits that we do, it's gonna take like 10 times before we experiment with all of it.
Especially something like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's work. I mean, those bits that you guys came up with, those are going to be work on stage. Like Danny, both of yours is going to require something. Like if you could try both of them tonight, man, I don't even know if I would be able to remember one.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna have to. I'm definitely gonna have to put this into an outline and rehearse, which sometimes I have to do with bits. Sometimes I have to, and I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I just hold a microphone and just walk around the room, pace the room, and
muscle memory, man. It's all muscle memory because even though we're experienced comedians, when you're in front of a room full of people, especially if it's a paid gig
Yeah.
where they want you got to deliver,
Yeah.
and you want to get that bit out as smoothly as possible when it's new. So you got to say it 100 times.
Yeah.
Maybe, depending. I mean, everybody's different, but just like you said, you get the microphone or whatever, a hairbrush or whatever it is, and just in your mind, you do it.
Yeah.
That when you're on stage in front of people doing it real for the first time, it's a little bit easier.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love it.
Yep.
All right, Greg Vaccarillo, ladies and gentlemen, what do you got for us?
All right, listen, I since we started doing this podcast, I just started writing down things that I noticed and thought were funny.
Yeah.
These are so I have two things. We just work on one. And okay, I'm starting to work out and just go to I'm on these ships. If I got to work out. So I go to the gym just about every day. But I bought something recently. I don't know if this is funny. I thought I could say, I'm going to start out slow. I want to work on my jawline. So I bought something called Jawzrsizing. Don't know if you heard of it. Have you heard of it?
Yes, it's a foam ball, like a thing.
It's a rubber ball, and I'm working out my jaw, and I actually hurt my jaw. I actually pulled a muscle in my face working out.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the joke.
No pain, no gain, man.
Or if it's, or am I starting low? Like really, like I thought of a couple of things that I thought were funny about working out my jaw. Where the hell's my notes? And one was, dude, I know they say to start slow, but like your jaw, like treadmill or something, like something.
Yeah.
And setting my goals, like starting with jaw, like weight, something.
Yeah.
But I think I could sit and do that. Like that's not really. Is that a workout?
It's
Being
absolutely.
able to sit at a desk.
Oh yeah, I've seen some stuff online, a line about that, and it's supposed to make your jaw square. Dude, I've actually thought about getting it. It's funny that you're doing a workout bit about something you or you wanted. Yeah, it's funny because I almost brought. I have a as you said, ever since we started this, you write down. Oh, I'm going to do that on the next podcast. I have and I'll probably do it on the next podcast about a workout bit where I purchased something. Yeah, so I understand.
I mean, I don't know if it's
you fall for it, man.
Did I fall for it?
That's part of what my thing is. I fell for it. I fell for everything they were selling, man. Everything they were selling. Yeah.
I think it would be.
Yeah, did I fall for it, or did I, or am I just? Is my bar so low for myself that I'm just gonna work out my jaw and fuck the rest of it?
Yeah. See, like, with the jaw thing, you don't have to really do much. You can just sit on your couch and watch TV.
Right.
Isn't that just the same as chewing? Like,
yeah.
What am I doing?
Yeah, you're attracting a mate.
I mean,
I think it would be more insulting. So it's funny that you bought it for yourself, right? It's acceptable because you're like, I need to work on my jaw. But it would be more insulting if you went to a personal trainer. Hey, I want to get back into working out, and the first thing they go is the first thing we got to do is do something about that damn jaw.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Look at yourself in the mirror. How do you get? I don't even know how you get around. Jesus.
Yeah, we're gonna start slow, okay, pal? We're gonna start with your jaw. Right. Work our way down.
Yeah, I'm having trouble looking at it right now myself. I can't even. Please take this rubber ball.
Yeah.
And chew on it until you get lockjaw.
I mean, it actually hurt. Like I might have overdone it.
You chew on it till you get lockjaw. You chew on it till you get lockjaw. Then you can't open your mouth. You can't eat. You lose weight. I make $600 off you as a personal trainer.
There you go.
Okay. I'm wondering if is that maybe. See, I love that. That's an angle I didn't even. Work on your jaw. All right, till you get lockjaw.
Then you can't eat. You lose weight. You're welcome. That's $600.
600 bucks.
Oh my God. Maybe that's it. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just.
I love the idea that it's I love the idea that it's probably what the lowest committal workout there is.
Yeah.
You don't even have to dress out for it, man. You get out of bed, you're in your pajamas, you can turn on the TV, you know. I mean, if you break a sweat chewing on a ball, you know.
Yeah, whenever you feel like eating, I want you to shove 16 of them in your mouth.
Yeah, right. It's diet plan. Yeah.
It's like the shake weight. Remember the shake weight?
Oh, dude, the shake weight. How many comics
hilarious.
did the jerking off thing?
Yeah. My angle was, I wish I could find a weight that would work me out.
There you go.
Yeah, I just hold it, and it's like I don't want to be doing all the work. You work me out. You're 30 pounds.
Yeah, that's great.
So, okay, so maybe this Jawzrsizing thing is one of those kind of shake weight fads. Like shake weight was around for a couple of years and just gone. Like, if it really worked, wouldn't people still be doing it? Like, they're still doing treadmills. How many years after they came out? They're still doing weights.
Yeah.
But what happened to the shake weight? I mean, was it just too many comics made fun of it that you were embarrassed to use it?
I think it's because it didn't do shit. I mean, you know, did it do anything? I mean,
everybody would be walking around with a Brad Pitt jaw by now.
I know. People, I mean, there's these, I mean, listen, there's these companies out there, they put out these things and they know it's crap, but it has that, ooh, yeah, that's what I need. And people buy it and they find, I mean, I fell for that so many times, especially on the internet, man.
So,
oh God, forget about that. Yeah, you're right. And the thing is, I think with some workout equipment, maybe the shake weight, whatever. There's other ones. There was those push-up things that's actually work.
Yeah.
Like you could see somebody go, oh, I just don't want to do that today. But this freaking Jawzrsizing thing, if you can't put a little commitment, I mean, this takes nothing to do.
Yeah.
And am I already going, throw my shirt on?
Yeah.
It's, you know, like,
so you got to tell the audience what, you know, it's about this big, right? So they have an idea if they've never seen it, what it is, right? It's about that big. And it's such a sale point. Like, you look like you chew a lot. So why don't we give you this phone? And it comes with a necklace. I don't know if yours came with a necklace.
Yes.
So you can actually, so they're insinuating that you could walk around with this thing, and whenever you get bored in public, no one's doing that.
Look, it looked like one of those. Look like
it's so that us fat bastards don't eat it. There's a string attached to it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, with the little string, you put it in your mouth. You look like the Gimp from Pulp Fiction.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good look.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
that's hysterical.
Yeah. What do you think I'm gonna do with this thing that you got to give me a string?
You got to give me a string so I don't swallow it. I love that.
Right.
One. It's great. Yeah.
Hang on, I mean, you know, who knows? Sometimes it's just nice to have something even just quick to throw out there.
Yeah. The personal trainer, that's great. Just like, where do we start with you? Well, you look like you chew a lot.
Yeah. We're going to start slow with you. We're going to start with the jawline.
Right. We're going to start with the jawline.
We're going to work our way down.
Since we all have to put up with that thing. Look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is the string there to, in case you do start choking on it, that someone can save you?
Yeah, I would say, obviously it'd be sarcastic about it. We put a string on it so you don't eat it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good line. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if there's anything to the prep about, so you're supposed to boil it, right? For like 10, 20 seconds and then that's how you shape it first.
Oh, to your teeth?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I can't even get the energy to boil the water. It's been sitting on my shelf for 3 weeks.
Right. Yeah.
You know, that could be funny though. I didn't think about that because you have to boil it. Maybe
they don't tell you that in the ad. You know, you're getting, oh, come on, really?
Yeah.
But I shove it in my mouth. Come on.
Yeah, it gets all caught up in the pasta.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. What if it was just like, you know what? It's too much work. I got to boil it. Forget it.
Forget it.
Yeah.
Too much work. I don't know. It gets caught in the pasta.
Hey, Greg, does it come with does it come with a money back guarantee where they'll take it back after you've been chewing on it for 2 months?
Right.
I wonder.
They're gonna take it back, really? You're gonna take
Are
it
you
back?
gonna take this back?
Yeah.
Can you imagine sending it back? I mean, I got to read the thing. Yeah, there's the string. There's a good guy how handsome that model is. The guy looks incredible. And they got before and after pictures. I
You
don't
know what? You know what, Greg? Greg. You know what would be funny? You go, I'm watching this. I saw this thing on TV for the Jawzrsizing. You guys see that? You guys know what I'm talking about? It's a little ball you shove in your mouth. You're supposed to exercise your jaw. I'm looking at this ridiculous thing. I'm like, who buys that? That's stupid. Are you kidding me? You want to know who buys that? Just like Razor. Yeah, this idiot right here. Yeah.
How do I look? How do I look?
I don't know. Just a way to.
Okay, just the angle of some of this stuff is stupid, and I wound up buying it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I don't know. For somebody, if a I don't know. I'm trying to think of like maybe I don't want my jaw to be that. I'm such a prick. I don't want to make my jaw bigger. It's more of a target to be punched or something. I don't know.
Right.
Ah, you mean somebody who doesn't like me because I would look really strong?
Right, or
Is that
something.
what you
I
mean?
don't know.
Okay. No,
I like it. It's.
I was just taking it the opposite way. Like what if I don't want it to look that pristine? I'm not. I'm too busy here on the ship. I don't need to be an international model.
I love shit like that. Yeah. Okay. Now I have pristine jawline.
I have a hard enough time keeping the ladies away. Last thing I want is pristine jawline.
Yeah. It's good.
All right. Yeah, good. I think it just, you know what? It was one of those things where like last week we did the garbage man and then the backpacks, and I got so much out of it. I thought there's something to the reason why I bought that. Was it as simple as I fell for it, or am I really trying to get is my like what or
We're missing it.
I like the freeze frame.
Oh, you guys,
Yeah.
Can you guys?
Sometimes your internet freezes you in awesome positions, Greg. It's great. Yeah.
But how did my jaw look? How did my jaw look?
Fantastic. This thing is working.
I keep getting a notice your connection is unstable, so that's how I know that this is.
Are you out at sea or are you docked?
No, we're at sea.
Oh, that's it. Because normally we don't have this issue, but that's all right.
That's the general message I get in life. My connection is unstable.
You're out at sea.
So you bought it because it was the right price point. It was a good enough ad, an easy enough target for you to be like, I could do that. And it was only what, $20 or $30 or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not a lot. It's nothing really. It's not expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
What were you using before? We lost you.
Oh, that thing. All right.
Yeah.
Now. All right.
You could say it sure as heck beats the slices of pizza I was using before to exercise my jaw.
There you go.
As soon as I worked out my jaw, yeah, right.
Yeah. Lost you again, buddy. You must be going further out.
Oh, he's out there. He's
Sorry, guys.
That's all right.
I know. I can hear you. I can hear you, but you're frozen on the screen.
Yeah. Okay. So are we are we good with that?
Yeah.
What do you think? I think there's something there, but I love these silly exercise things that people come up with and people buy, and that's basically what next week for me is going to be about. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
good.
I think I got. What was I using before? All this stuff is really good, guys. Thank you.
I was using pizza before. Okay, this is a step up, I guess. Yeah.
Yes.
Heck.
That's
Yeah, that's Danny Johnson for you, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna give these a shot tonight, and I'll let you know how it
good,
goes.
man.
Yeah, Danny, we would love to have you back, and watch or listen to the bit Fly or Die, because that's the concept of this podcast. Let everybody know how they can find you online and all that stuff, Danny.
Yeah, it's DannyJohnson.com or my Instagram, Comedian Danny. My Facebook is Danny Johnson Comedian, and TikTok, Comedian Danny 99. That's it. That's how you can reach me.
And your podcast, Danny.
Oh yeah, my podcast, Behind the Bar, where I interview dry bar comedians. And what else about me? What else do I do? Oh,
funny cat, dude, and a good. That's what you are.
Oh, check out my dry bar special on all platforms.
Dry bar special, yes, is the Chusky Life, very special. Check it out. Greg, let them know how to find you and all that stuff.
Website is gregvac.com.
Yeah.
If you just put that in, all my other stuff shows up. I'm the only one in the world, so I'm the only person in the world with my name. So gregvac.com will get you there. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that stuff.
Cool. Of course, Vinnie.com, VINNIE.com is how you find me. It's the easiest way to find me online. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for giving us another shot here on New Bits with Vac and Vinnie. If you please subscribe, let us know what you think of the podcast, leave us a review. And if anybody has any suggestions for Danny or Greg or Vinnie, that's me, about these bits we're working on, you can email us at newbitspodcast@gmail.com. We'd love to hear your suggestions, and we might even take them to the stage, and we might even give you credit for it. Right, guys?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been a lot of fun.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much, Danny Johnson. Excellent work. And Greg, we'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Okay, guys.
See ya.